Yo, what's going on? We got the entire Brad Taste drama timeline. Now, I know all of you have probably been seeing stuff on Twitter, stuff on YouTube, stuff everywhere about this whole Brad Taste thing. And, I only know a little bit about it. Obviously, there's some allegations going around, and there's fucking, I don't know, weird shit happening. And let's go deeper into what has been happening with the whole Brad Taste situation, man. You know, I was a former viewer of Brad. Not really viewer. I'd watch a couple of his videos, you know, like what are ones that I watched? Like his Island Boys reaction, those were pretty funny. But yeah, man, let's see what happened. What happened? What's happening? Why is everyone going bonkers? You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
Brad Taste in music keeps digging himself a deeper hole. Going from
subscribe
a
to
small
this guy, by
music
the way.
reviewer who garnered a cult-like
What's his name?
following to now a locale in the music scene.
Vizzy
Something
Plus.
him
Go
and his
subscribe to Vizzy Plus,
ex-partner
guys.
wanted to avoid at all costs. Happy hump day. Welcome back to the second channel where we sloppily cover music news and drama. Today we're yapping about Brad Taste in music, who needs no introduction. I'm assuming you already know the fella, so I'm not going to break down his history for you. There's plenty of other videos that do that. My mission here today is to give you all the drama, all the lore, in kind of a timeline format, because there's so much shit that went down, especially recently, that it's now hard to keep up. Ladies, gentlemen, theys and dems, this is going to be a long one. Sit back, relax, and please keep in mind, I'm going to give you surface level information. I know the length of the video doesn't seem that way, but trust me, it's all surface level shit. Every single drama I touch on has an entire rabbit hole of its
Amazing
own.
slop.
Whatever you enjoy, you could go research on
W
your own.
slop.
I'm sure, again, there's probably videos on that. The Brad Taste universe is insane, but today we're gonna start in July of 2024. This is where it all starts, okay? Brad Taste decided to post these photos on Twitter, and as you can see, he's replying to this.
This shit was hella funny. I can't even lie to you, bro.
Now, if you don't know, this is Gila and Ethan Klein of the H3 podcast. I'm sure you do know. And there's not that much engagement with this post. There's only 58 comments, but for some reason, Brad decided to apologize for these photos. The caption read, "This image made a statement that I did not intend to make, and I'd like to apologize for people who were hurt or upset by this. I also apologize for my quick response as it was dismissive toward people who care about me and others deeply. I appreciate you looking out for me." Now, the context. Why is he apologizing for taking photos with the H3 podcast? Well, Brad Taste is open about his politics, which there's nothing wrong with, but what happened was he attracted an extremely left crowd. Again, nothing wrong with that. And there's a narrative going around that Ethan and Gila Klein are Zionists, which I personally don't believe is true. I think the reason why people think that is because Ethan was sad about innocent Israelis dying, and him being Jewish and his wife being Israeli. Obviously, they have a personal, emotional attachment to everything that's going on. But people kind of took that and ran with it as if he's not pro-Palestine, which he is. I'm pretty sure his take is, I'm pro-Palestine, Israel are the bad guys here, but I think Israel should keep existing with peace, and innocent people from both sides shouldn't be dying. Also, I apologize. I'm reading directly from my script because I want to try to avoid as many fuck-ups as I can. I'm not trying to
I know. We know, bro. We know.
Room today. But anyway, Brad posted.
Bro does not want to end up on Twitter. We get it, bro.
What the heck? And then immediately apologized for saying, what the heck?
I'm not gonna lie, bro. This is like the most nothing burger shit ever. Like, he took photos with people who might. It's not even confirmed that they have these certain beliefs. They might have those beliefs, and he took pictures with them. That doesn't mean he supports what they do, right? Like, if I liked Munster cheese and my mom, well, no, this is actually a really bad analogy because like cheese is not equal to genocide of people. You know what? I'm not gonna continue that analogy. That's not a very good analogy. But I feel like if like they were like raging Zionists, then I feel like this would be way worse than it is. Unless they are raging Zionists, then that is pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I mean, at the end of the day, like if he takes pictures with them, that's his fucking call, you know what I'm saying? Like people, I feel like Brad, one problem that Brad had, he was way too like soft, and like he kind of like pandered to his fan base a lot, like, and like you said, he has a leftist fan base. But if you're gonna stand on shit, stand on shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I took pictures with these motherfuckers. I don't give a shit what you say. Like don't make it like a bigger deal than it actually is. You know, like maybe like a couple hundred people on Twitter like criticizing him, but like that's really it. It's not gonna like hinder your views. You know what I'm saying? I personally don't. Yeah, this is just nothing. This is really
and just deletes the post entirely. Now,
just making a whole
that
spectacle
alone,
out of it for no
silly as
reason.
fuck,
Like,
okay, all he had to do was ignore it. But, ladies and gentlemen,
That's what I just
introduce you to the first domino to this hot mess. Now, after apologizing, he decided to backpedal after seeing that Ethan Klein took it to Instagram and he was upset. Now, here's Ethan's Instagram stories. You can go ahead and pause and just read the whole thing if you decided to backpedal after.
Now, I'm separate Brad. I don't blame him for his response. But when your ideology concludes wait. When your wait. I don't blame him for his response. What was his response though? Oh, right here. I'm stupid. I like to apologize.
Hot mess.
What response is he talking about though? Because this is like nothing. He's not even saying anything here.
After seeing that Ethan Klein took it to Instagram and he was upset. Now here's Ethan's.
Okay, I'm not upset with Brad. But I don't blame him for his response. But when when did he say this? When did he say this though?
After seeing that Ethan
when
Klein
did Brad
took it to
ever say
Instagram
that?
And he was upset.
Unless he
here's
didn't. I'm
Ethan's,
just like
Instagram stories. You can go ahead and pause. Get to Instagram and he was upset. Now here's Ethan.
This is Brad, someone on the cruise.
Ethan's Instagram stories. You can go ahead and pause.
Oh. Because I'm a Zionist, what does this even mean? To those that use the word as an insult, it simply means. According to recent polling, this would include. That means that Brad here would need to. What the fuck is he talking about?
Read the whole thing if you'd like. But basically, Ethan is like, what the fuck? All he did was take a picture. And now he apologized for taking a picture and this shit is crazy. So what Brad did was just basically say, hey man, listen, I shouldn't have apologized. You know what? Ethan and Hila, they're good people. And he even went on the H3 podcast to have a conversation with Ethan Klein. It was a 10-minute conversation. And the whole thing is just
this
Brad
is so nothing. Oh my god.
H3 here. Just apologizing to Ethan and admitting that he just reacted in a panic state because keep in mind, at this point, Brad is not used to getting so much hate on the internet. Because
dude probably got like 200 comments of people talking about, oh yeah, Brad's a Zionist now. Who cares, bro? Bro, people on Twitter are fucking brain dead. They say whatever they want. If you want to stand on what you fucking do, stand on what you fucking do. Don't fucking backpedal just because like a couple hundred people on Twitter said you're a bad person, bro. Like
a wholesome music reviewer man that charges $9 per minute for song requests with a
$9 per minute is crazy, but if you go to my streams, it's only $2 per song. Hey, bro.
Which is gonna be relevant.
Just saying,
I promise. So yeah, he apologized to Ethan.
Under $100 album requests, by the way. DM me on Twitter.
He admitted he was just bending the knee for the terminally online.
You don't $400 album requests
twice. Because at first it was just little hate. I showed you guys the engagement wasn't that much. He could have just ignored everything. It would be fine. But because he apologized for the photo, he got even more hate for that apology, and it attracted more people. And then backpedaling that apology just got him into deeper shit. But this is just the tip of the iceberg because this shit snowballs so bad that this morning, again, I don't know if it's this morning or last night. I think it was this morning. But there was audio leak of him yelling at his now ex-fiance. And just shit is rough for the guy. But more on that later. By the way, join the Discord because it's filled with people like you and I who are into cool music
join the Discord.
Gaming. Link in description. But during this whole thing, right before this call, I know I said I would give it to you guys in timeline order, but everything's just kind of mixed up here. So to avoid confusion, on to story number 2. Brad Taste decided to platform Rose Malay. Now, why is Shorty crying? What's going on? What's the waterworks from? Well, the TLDR here is she's a fucking weirdo. She said some questionable shit on Twitter, like R-wording people is natural and necessary for a happy and healthy society. She literally says right here, consent is stupid. And then another tweet, I don't understand why it's illegal for a dog to lick my pussy. When gay men fuck each other's asses all the time, and the Twitter logo thing is blocking it, but she is pro bestiality, or was, I guess. You can't make this shit up. You really can't. And I don't know if she's just trying to be edgy.
Even if you were, I'm not even gonna fucking talk to you. What? What? Wait, okay, look. Alright, let's say someone is a Trump supporter in the past. Like, okay, I can understand that, right? Like, oh, you might agree with some of his views. You might have been, like, brainwashed by the time by that shit, and you've changed. But, like, bro, if you believed in bestiality, I feel like that's, like, crossing a line. I'm like, bro, like, you didn't have critical, like, what? I feel like that's just crazy. And that's not even the worst part of it. Obviously, like, the rape shit, that's, like, just, like, immediately brain dead. Like, what are we doing, bro? How old? It doesn't even matter how old this is. Like, this is, like, probably...
in rage bait, or...
I'm just speechless. I don't know, bro.
But there's another tweet that I couldn't find.
That's gotta be rage bait or something, bro.
R-worders. Now, what does all of this have to do with Brad? Well, Brad decided to platform her. So, Brad and Rose have been friends for a very, very long time. And he basically did this community tab post where he's like, guys, go check out Rose Malay. She's super cool, right? And I guess she does like music related content. It's hard to say. I want to say she does music related shit. Like, I listen to every bad sample to find the worst, right? But then 100 hours locked in a basement, Mr. Beast parody. But for obvious reasons, people did not enjoy Brad platforming Rose. And again, this was in the midst of the whole H3 thing, so the timing, it's just absolutely terrible. Now, I feel like he should have learned from the H3 thing, okay? I feel like he already did the promotion. He could have just deleted it silently, not said anything, ignored it, but no. Because what does our protagonist, Brad Tasted Music, do after the backlash? Well, he defended her. She's incredibly traumatized and likely mentally ill. She isn't a monster, just someone who really needs attention and will say some really messed up shit to get it. She knows this. She's trying to learn from it and grow. Brad...
But why? Why even, like, interact with this shit, bro? I don't understand. Like... So then you're saying that you're platforming a mentally ill person. That's basically what you're saying. Like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking promote this mentally ill person who fucking likes bestiality and rape. Like, what? So you're willing? This is basically saying he's willing to do it. I don't understand. Like, why? Like, are you? Is there like something not working there? You know what I'm saying? I feel like this is like I feel like he could easily backtrack with this one. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the whole H3H thing was more iffy, but this one is like, oh, yeah, I shouldn't have promoted her because she talks about fucking making rape legal in bestiality. Yeah, I'm gonna backtrack from that. I feel like that's way more excusable, but he's doubling down on it. So you don't double down on the fucking H3H shit, but you double down on the bestiality and rape?
What the
that is
fuck
stupid.
Are you doing right now? Defending someone who has gone off the deep end because they have...
But why? Why? I don't understand why.
Never had someone advocate for them. Brother, no one has advocated for her because of the shit she said. Are you insane? Who the fuck would advocate for someone like that?
Right.
But then he backpedals again and again. You could just...
He shouldn't have said the other shit. He should have just immediately backpedaled. Like,
just, pause it. I'm just scrolling through it. You can read the whole thing yourself. But the TLDR is he claims that he didn't know about her saying the essay stuff, and he's just sorry for platforming her. Which leads us back.
So he knew
to
about the
this
bestiality
video
stuff.
Of her crying. The video's titled regarding the Brad situation. And what she's yapping about here is how she made a mistake by tweeting those horrific things, and she's just trying to change, but people aren't letting those tweets go. And she's pulling the whole like, poor me, I'm a victim card. And she's just basically saying how her life is over and she has no faith in humanity because people aren't open to change and growth. But this isn't one of those situations where you said the N-word 10 years ago in private or even in public. This is a situation where you allegedly self-snitched about doing gross shit with your dog and are empathetic towards R-worders. But she follows up this crying video with this video here. Brad Taste Rose Report. And this is basically an expose on Brad. And I think the first like few seconds you get like a good idea of what it's about.
If they were trans, I was so wrapped up in my own shit that I was just like, I don't care about your gender. And hey, you're I mean, my God, I didn't even realize that word had been on an island and isolated and you couldn't say it anymore. I said it in a fucking awful context too.
I was transphobic at 17. I liked Trump at 17. Rose remembers. I can tell you for sure that I've said the N-word, but you guys already knew this. Come on. Oh my God, I know it's terrible.
Not to like defend him at all, but like if you think that like every white person you know who's like around like who's older than a teenager, they've said the N-word 100%. Don't fucking lie to yourself. Like you already know 100%. Well, most of them, not all of them. I mean, I guess not all of them, but like let's be honest. If you, especially like mid 2010s and stuff, like that was when everyone was fucking really racist. And like the fucking N-word was like heavily normalized by like iDubbbz and stuff. Like you had fucking white people slinging the fucking N-word. Like even the Fantano thing. Like that's not surprising that he's a fucking dumbass for that shit and he shouldn't have fucking said it. Just like all the other white people who have said it before, like in private and in public, they shouldn't have fucking said it. But like it's happened. Like I feel like this is just like common knowledge, you know? Like it should not be surprising at all.
They're acting like you've never said something you weren't supposed to say before.
True. That's like 100% true.
Chill.
Not everyone, obviously. Like I wouldn't like say like certain stuff 100%. But like I feel like the N-word is just like easy.
Last year is like big.
It just is. It's just very common, especially if you're like very online in like mid 2010s. Like the fucking iDubbbz shit. iDubbbz shit was crazy, by the way. Like the stuff that he said was fucking crazy.
But, and like he uses the N.
Not defending it, but I'm saying like it 100%. Like Fantano is like an example of like just slinging that shit around.
Word like in the album.
It's not fucking surprising.
So yeah, you get what this is, but she does mention that
not an excuse to say it though, by the way. Do not like that's weird as fuck.
He did know about the SA tweets as he replied to them. She also mentioned that he supposedly hates the audience he's garnered. He sees them as numbers and not real people. The whole video is just a hit piece on criticizing his character and past, while also making herself look pretty bad, okay? Because how are you crying about Brad not standing up for you? But in this expose, you mentioned shit like you called him out back in 2017, and half of this video is footage of this interview. Like, this is an interview recorded in November of 2020. Right? This whole thing happened last year, okay? And half of the footage of this video is this interview. I don't know what the fuck the interview is about, but it's literally Rose and this random ass dude, I don't even know who the fuck he is, straight up just talking shit about Brad. Oh my God, I'm so upset that the guy I talked shit about and even recorded an entire interview of talking shit on him isn't sticking up for me. Oh! And then on top of this, how are you literally just made a video before this talking about society doesn't accept change. Oh my God, we gotta be so hung up on the past and past things that were said and tweeted. You're doing the same thing. This whole video is you doing that. Girl, what are you on
Pretty
about?
fucking true, I can't lie.
Is peaking. If it is, my bad. It's so stupid, so dumb. And by this point, Brad isn't a bad guy, all right? He's just an idiot that can't take criticism for shit, and he lets his audience dictate him. Yes, chat, I'm so sorry. I will give you head because I didn't mute the mic before ripping ass. Like, yeah, he said some dumb shit, but he's open about the dumb shit he said and is showing that he learned and was changing, while Rose Malay is here displaying how shit of a person she is in real time. Now, again, I'm going to keep everything surface level. I'm going to end the Rose Malay saga here, but this whole rabbit hole, go look it up. Now, what tends to happen when somebody is getting dunked is more people come out of the woodworks with information that they can
I remember this
just
actually,
air out
the
dirty
fucking
laundry, straight
editor
while the
thing.
iron's hot. Oh fuck, this guy's getting dunked on. Let me share my information I have with the guy that I've had for a while, because of course this is the most appropriate time. Which, by the way, to be fair, I'm unsure of when this next story happened. Maybe it happened during the Rose Malay H3 thing. I have no idea. But what we do know is this story came out right after the H3 call-in, I think. Now, an editor that worked with Brad claimed that Brad left her bank account in the negatives because Brad paid this editor, then refunded the bread, but it's a mess because I saw there was also something about it being like a PayPal issue. After the editor told Brad about this, he only sent half of the money, so the account was still in the negatives and only paid the rest of the debt when the editor went public about this on Twitter. Now, my question is, why the fuck didn't he just pay the editor out? He got the funds because, as I said earlier, he charges $9 per
He's
minute
making bank off those fucking song requests. No cap.
Song. If you do the math on that, it's pretty often when the queue is closed, by the way. Brother's making $540 an hour. That is more than a brain surgeon. So the whole thing is weird, and what makes shit weirder is him e-begging his chat for 10 grand again, almost immediately after this whole editor thing went down. And admittedly, I'm not too familiar with this story because, again, that's an entire thing. The editor ended up leaving the internet or something because of how stressed she was. During this whole thing, Brad actually called her up and is saying like, oh, I just got out of jail because of this DV case. And it's nutty. And I promise, the DV thing, gonna wrap everything around, but hopefully at some point in time someone drops an entire documentary covering every story and every nook and every cranny, but I'm not doing that because this video is already taking a little too long, so let's just move on. Now, after all this shit went down in such a short period of time, he basically went from being well respected to being a lolcow in a matter of weeks, and shit just gets worse and worse for the man because he just doesn't know how to maneuver in the online space, and he just doesn't know what he should and shouldn't ignore. Now, between the peak of the Brad Taste controversy and a few weeks ago when things started to re-spark, I'm not entirely sure what went down. I know at some point he claimed to go on a hiatus but returned 1 week later. I know people claim that he was lying about going to rehab for his weed addiction, and yeah, it is addictive, by the way. All right, if you're one of those people that say weed isn't addicting, I think
I've never had it, so I cannot speak on it.
Back a little bit. And I know a lot of fans were concerned at some point because he was just on that deep end and just like very visibly unstable. His partner Tina crashed out on stream just yelling like, you guys want him to be a lolcow, but it's not gonna work. We're not gonna be lolcows. And then it happens. But let's just fast forward to what happened 2 weeks ago, because at some point he did end up taking a long break from the internet until he dropped this video that is now deleted, and it's titled SI. Now at this point, things became a little bit more dark, a little bit more scary. So this SI video, he basically tells the entire story that I just covered, but from his perspective. He admits that he shouldn't have let Twitter control him. He goes on about his recent life updates and his newfound connection with his father. However, the issue with this video is he brings up things that didn't need to be said. He brings up things that completely makes him look insane because he went in depth on his relationship with his ex-fiancée Tina. And to be honest, he didn't have to tell us anything about it. Nobody gave a shit about their relationship, really. Like, they weren't like an internet couple. Oh, look at the internet power couple. They're going to make great content together. Like, no, dog. She's just like someone in his personal life, and it should have stood that way. But anyway, he essentially calls her a paid couch potato, told us how tight she was when he was getting exposed and pressuring
a paid couch potato?
Control.
What the hell?
But the interesting bits is when he said that
crazy.
his wife recorded him yelling at her, or fiance. So he self-admits that he has a yelling problem, like in a few videos, and his ex-fiance has trauma with.
I have a yelling problem? You mean like anger problem? Because I can yell like this. Like, is that like your like you just yell all the time? That's not, no, like, It has to be like an anger problem. Like you don't like unless like you're like you have like Tourette's or something. You like randomly like do that. I don't think a yelling problem. No, it's an anger problem, not a yelling problem.
Which Brad was well aware of. Again,
that sounds stupid as fuck.
Then he goes on to say,
I have a yelling problem.
Because
what?
My fiance recorded
I just randomly yell
and sent it to our friends and family. You know what, Tina? You fucked up. Okay, Tina, how dare you violate this man that's violating you? How dare you not be verbally abused in private? Tina, that damn Tina. You're so right, Brad. She should have kept this shit behind closed doors. You're onto something. But then he goes on to say that the recording is the last straw and they broke up after that. Now, I have the recording here, which I will show you guys.
Oh, why though?
It's just leaked audio, and warning, it is very uncomfortable to listen to. So, just again, warning, you could skip ahead 2 minutes or a minute and 22 seconds if you don't want to hear it, but here it is.
My abusers, so I can damn fucking right do that to you. I can kick you the fuck out of here for what the fuck you've done to me. You've destroyed me.
What? How? All I've ever wanted to do is support.
Stop lying to me for once. Look at me in the eyes and stop lying to me. Stop being such a wimp.
All I've ever
Look at me and accept what you have done to me. Do you see what I've become? You've killed me. You promised me everything. You lied to me! Look at me in the fucking eyes and say that again! Look at me! Tell me! Tell me! Tell me what the fuck you just said! Tell me! Get out of my house! Get out of my fucking house!
God, don't do it! Don't do it! Don't!
You're blind.
Don't!
You are evil.
Fuck, bro, this guy sounds like a Disney villain. Why is he yelling like that?
Yeah.
What the
very
hell?
Disturbing. Very, very sad to listen to.
Damn, bro.
Now, Tina does mention that he's never been violent towards her, but I'm not gonna lie. This sounds like a violent fella to me. While I do believe her, I just feel like this audio sounds like someone
Look what
that's
you've
not
done
right
to
in the
me!
head, and people do
What?
shit when they're not right in the head. So I
Thought it was some
definitely
type of
would be
Disney villain or
careful,
something. What
while
the fuck,
around
like-
this fella. Now, in
He
the
thought it was
SI
life.
video,
He
said
thought his
that
life
the
was like a
audio
movie or
recorded
something.
through
I don't
a
know what the
door,
hell.
but this sounds like there was nothing in between them because
That's
he's,
crazy.
Like, as you guys heard, he's yelling like, "Look at me, look at me, look at me in the eyes." So I don't know if this is the recording right before the breakup that like she sent to everyone or what. But before moving on to continue the SI video, I wanted to show you guys this interesting bit right here. But we are skipping ahead a bit in the timeline, so just keep that in mind. Before closing the yelling chapter, I just have to show you this.
Well, first of all, let's talk
He
about
wasn't
the
even
main
yelling.
issue.
He was
Me
screaming, bro.
Like, when I get very angry or even excited
Dude was
or
like
just anything, like,
screaming
I
at
get
the top
very
of his
loud.
lungs.
Like, I use my voice and the volume of it to really express it. So, like, when I'm upset because of something, you know, and I start getting really loud about it, like, that basically was her biggest fear because she had trauma with yelling. Make sure I get all.
Yeah, you yell when you get upset. That's what billions of people do. What? You don't get mad because you yell. You yell because you're upset.
All the details, right? This kind of.
It's not about the yelling. It's about the fucking like. I don't know. Cause if, well, is it about the yelling? I don't know. Cause like, would it be like intimidating if he was like, "Look what you did to me. Tell me. Look me in the eyes." I feel like that would be more creepy. Actually, I feel like the yelling is better than that. I don't know. Like,
so basically, for me,
look at me. Look what you did.
My family, everyone I've been
I'd be
around
like, "Oh
my
shit!
whole life
Don't mess with that guy. He's about to
is
explode."
loud. They talk over each other, they yell at each other, but they never mean anything bad by it, so I never really saw anything wrong with it. They're just trying to be heard and get their point across and, you know, show their emotions. And so that's like me when I'm yelling.
So every human ever that shows their emotions when they're mad?
So that was you.
Unless you're like a sociopath and you get mad, like, yeah, look at me. Tell me. Like, no. Obviously, you're going to yell that because you're mad.
Point across.
What?
Hey, you were definitely heard. I'll give you that. You were definitely heard. And saying your whole family is like this, I could see a loud family. All right. I've been around them. My family is pretty loud. Not as loud as, okay, not as loud as like my Cuban, Dominican, and Arabic homies households. If you want to hear loud, yo, go chill with them. And I'd imagine your family is probably the same way, just like super loud and ecstatic. Is that a word? Exacerbated? I don't know, just loud. You know what the fuck I'm saying? I guarantee they don't sound like Benson yelling at Mordecai and Rigby when they fuck up. All right, I don't think
bro.
it's the
Like,
same
what?
kind of yelling. I think you're downplaying your kind of yelling, which is not looking too good. Now back to this SI video. I did want to point out two more things I found interesting. For one, he mentions casually how he got arrested for DV. Now we do have an explanation for everything post video, but during this video, like when it freshly dropped out of the oven, people were like, what the fuck? What do you mean arrested for DV? People online are thinking you're beating your ex, but she does clarify. Actually, let me show you with this tweet here. She clarifies a lot of shit. So here she says, I've decided that I'm not going to speak publicly on the Brad situation beyond these tweets, which I'm going to show you in a second. I just want to close this chapter and move on with my life. The only thing I want to clarify based on things I've seen being discussed is that he never hit me or physically abused me. Now go ahead and pause if you'd like to read, but these are tweets that she touched on the issue with. But she's saying that she's not down to share absolutely everything, and she doesn't want him to get into legal trouble or hurt himself. She's appreciative of all the support she's been receiving, and she's doing what Brad should have done. Think before tweeting or speaking. And the second thing that I wanted to point out was instead of me telling you, let me just show you.
Because it's one thing like losing your partner, it's another thing like with losing hive mind.
It's one thing to lose your partner, the person that you're planning to spend the rest of your life with. It's one thing to lose the person that you're planning to spend the rest of your life with, the person you're gonna marry and have kids with one day. But it's another to lose hive mind. Now, you may be wondering, you may be asking yourself, well, what is
this
hive
guy
mind?
said losing hive
some sort of
mind.
business that
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Maybe it's a source of income that he lost, some sort of passion project that he lost along with his wife.
How many videos was this guy even in? Like, I watch a little bit of Hive Mind. This guy, I don't even remember. He wasn't even good in the videos that he was in, okay? I'm sorry, but Brad, it was not fucking funny at all in, like, his Hive Mind videos. He was actually hella awkward, or at least the one that I watched. Like, he was not, like, he would just kind of, like, be there, you know? But, like, he wasn't funny at all, like the other guys, like the main two guys, you know? What do you mean, lose Hive Mind? What did you gain from, like, just friendship? I mean, I guess, but, like...
clearly, it's above her.
So your friendship with these two random ass niggas is more important than like your long term fucking relationship with your girlfriend?
Is above his partner. Nope. It's none of that. It's this. His online friends. A YouTube channel that has no association with him. This is what he puts over her. Online friends. There is no association.
Okay, but like online friends, but like he's like right there, right? So it's not really that online.
Other than a few collabs, and he's more upset.
Right,
about
a few collabs. This bro wasn't even in every video. He was in like 5 videos or something.
Friendship with them, and the channel, than his future wife. This shit is bizarre, bro. It's bizarre. And he says he lost them because apparently Tina's dating one of the guys' like roommates or something, and one of the guys leaves Brad on red. Obviously, I'm sure Tina showed them. No free ads.
We're gonna add.
I'm not gonna lie. I would leave him on red too. But after uploading this video, which again, this was his way to break silence, break his YouTube hiatus. He immediately gets shat on because of the amount of information he shared that he shouldn't have. So in the classic Brad taste fashion, the guy cracks to the negative press and uploads a second video that's titled 2. He is not looking so hot in this one. My boy is looking stressed. Now, this video, also deleted by the way, but here he realizes how he fucked up, and he's passionate about how much he fucked up, and is clearly not ready to come back to the internet. So he tells us, see you in a year. I'm taking a break because I'm not ready for the internet yet, clearly. So goodbye, Brad. We shouldn't be seeing you in another year, but no. A few days later, he uploads my statement. Maybe he's like a bug or something, and a year is just
a bug.
2 days for him. But I do want to mention in the SI video, he did say the thought of YouTube made him uncomfortable, and he's unsure when he's gonna fully come
Hey,
back.
shit, give me the channel then, man. Hey, I'll take good care of that channel and all the money that you're getting from it. Hey, I'm just saying, you know, like if you're not gonna use the channel, someone might as well use it, you know. So it's like that. 200K subs to me, you know.
If he even decides to. So I think most people assumed, including me, that
I'll make way better album reactions, okay? And I'm not gonna shit on Todd in the shadows in any of my videos. Yeah. I watched that one fucking Todd video that he did shitting on the entire time. Fuck you, Brad.
he dropped 2, that's it. Like everything was gonna be done. He probably won't even come back. But no, just a few days later, he drops my statement. And in this video, this is the one I blue balled you guys with a little earlier. And here he's basically excusing his behavior when it comes to yelling and saying how perfect him and Tina were, other than this one thing, his yelling problem. And it's such a problem that he self-admits that Tina started fearing him.
Just call it a fucking, like, anger problem. I don't know why we're calling it a yelling problem. You know? Like, I feel like it's more of an anger problem than a yelling problem, you know? Like, Tina, she probably doesn't get scared when he gets, like, excited over, like, pancakes. Like if he's like, yo, pancakes! Like, Tina's not hiding in the corner or anything. It's 'cause he's fucking angry. You know? There's not no yelling problem. It's an anger problem.
If you have a partner, the last thing you want is for that partner to feel you, or fear you, rather. No, I want my partner to feel me. I don't.
And she's not gonna be fearing him when he's yelling about, oh, Drake dropped the trash album. She's gonna be fearing him when he's fucking yelling at her to get out and like, look at me and like, oh, like type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Want her to fear me though.
It's the anger and like
and he also mentions how Tina gaslit him during the relationship, and
it's not a yelling problem.
Gaslit her during the relationship, and she would apparently use that audio I showed you guys as blackmail. But I think the nuttiest part is him saying that both him and Tina were victims in this whole thing. Not only were they victims with this whole thing, but they were equally victims, okay? And if he truly believes that, if he truly thinks that he is a victim at during this whole fiasco, he's not doing a good job at explaining how he's a victim. Because if he's implying the blackmail,
oh no, he lost hive mind, so like obviously, yeah, he's a victim, bro.
You're an idiot.
He lost his hive mind, man.
You're the one yelling. Now,
GG's, dude.
This video is probably long as fuck because I'm about to hit an hour of raw footage. So I'm gonna make the closing thoughts short. Brad has to find another career path. The issue with the internet is it's ruthless, okay? No matter what, people will always have a reason to hate you.
True.
You could be a saint that does everything perfect, does nothing wrong, but someone will find a reason to not like you. So when you give the internet valid reasons to not like you, it's over. Because it no longer becomes
I think it depends on how, like, first of all, how severe like the stuff you do is, you know what I'm saying? Like if you do anything bad actually, and also how you respond to it. You know what I'm saying? Like there are so many creators out there who have probably done like terrible shit, but they still upload, they still live stream, still make money, still have viewers. You know why? Because they don't care about the fucking people on Twitter who are going crazy and shit, and even people in the comments. Like, hey, you can be getting thousands of dislikes on your video, but you're still going to be making money from the views. You know what I'm saying? And that's really how it is for content creators at the end of the day, man. You got to know how to, like, respond to that hate and not, like, fuel it even more. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah.
Oh, that's just a toxic internet thing. That's why
honestly, some people, they gain off the hate. Like, they make all their money from the hate. So, I mean, it just depends on the person, right? You got to know how to deal with the internet. You got to be smart about it.
Get hate because people on the internet are toxic. It's not that anymore. It becomes actual criticism of your character, which is a tough pill to swallow when you're in the position that Brad was in. What was that position? It was a drama-free YouTuber that barely got hate, so obviously that's going to form an ego for him. So imagine being this dude that feels untouchable. He's on top of the world and everyone loves him, to now being criticized by everyone. And most people are valid for
Makes
their
sense.
thoughts on you, which again, you thought you were perfect.
But
and the shittiest part,
even like if you can give an excuse for that, like bro, you just gotta know how the internet is, man. Like it's just, you're gonna get hate either way. You know what I'm saying?
is that he did it on himself. He's giving
Like, it
way
shouldn't
too
be
much
surprising
information
at
on his
all.
personal life. Not everything has
You just
to
gotta know
be
how to
said.
deal with it.
And remember, like earlier, what did I say? Most of this shit wouldn't be an issue if he just ignored it or just stopped talking.
Right.
That was his two
100%.
big fucks. Either
100%.
ignore it or stop talking. What are you doing? Now, you may think I'm crazy for saying
it's another
this,
dog.
but,
I didn't even see
do
that.
think
What the
he
fuck?
can potentially bounce back from this. I do. I just think he shouldn't. Now, the reason why I say this is because his platform was big enough to where I'm sure if you go in his Discord server or anything, I'm
That
so
shit was
positive
nuked, you know?
he still has
I think I was
some
in that
sort of
server and
loyal
like that shit got
following that's
deleted or
with him
something.
throughout this whole thing. The point is, I know he could come back. I know he could continue his career.
100% he can come back. Yeah, you can do like the worst shit ever as a content creator. You can still come back.
But he has to find another one because he just can't handle this. Because if he does come back, people are gonna hate watch him and watch his every move. Every little thing he does is gonna get clipped. It's gonna get posted to Reddit, to Twitter, to wherever the fuck. He's not gonna have a good time. It would not be good on him if he came back. So I strongly suggest, if I were him,
Gotta have a strong
what I would
mental,
do
man.
is stop doing YouTube and just put
Give the
fries
channel to
in the
no
bag, if I'm
reactions.
being honest. Yeah, give me your thoughts. What's your opinion on this whole thing? I tried my best to have everything as accurate
Brad
as
is
possible, but if
stupid.
anything slipped through the cracks, if you
Lot
feel
of
like there's
nothing
information that
burgers.
should have been said, comment it down below. Help me. Like, sub, and click right here because
Guys,
last
go
time I
subscribe to
spoke about
Vizzy
a
Plus.
tiny band
Go
getting their
subscribe right
music
now.
stolen, and
No
that's
cap.
a story we can.
That was very interesting. Honestly, look, man, Brad, you need to just, hey, man, you've done a lot of things wrong. We know. You've hurt a lot of people. You've said a lot of things that are very regrettable. But you know, you can make a change. And the first step in becoming a better person and making that change is giving your channel to no reactions and giving me all the ad revenue that you're making. So I think that's the first step you need to make, and I think you'll be golden. 100% you'll be golden. You know? Very good advice, Brad, if you're watching this, you know? So just keep that in mind, and yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe to me. Subscribe to Vizzy Plus. Like video. Follow me on Twitter.